Mrs. Charlie's Epiphany. I stopped at the restaurant on a whim for a bowl of hot soup and sought out the old woman who had for years presided at the cash register after her husband's death. Her young granddaughter told me, with a tinge of regret, her grandmother had suffered a stroke and was no longer able to work. "Is she here?" I asked, knowing that the restaurant included private family quarters. "May I see her?" The girl seemed genuinely pleased to take me into the back, and there in a dim room, at a table with a bowl of broth, my old friend. Thinner, more fragile, she attempted to tell me about her hands. She could use them again. Her feet, she could feel them once more. With frequent pauses while the still recent stroke asserted itself and claimed for the moment her memory of some person, word, event. Suddenly she gazed directly at me. Her eyes cleared, her voice grew firm. "Where did my life go?" she demanded, as though I knew the answer and had been sent to tell her. Hair rose on the back of my neck. Riveted, I drew closer and tried to explain how her life had benefited so many, but her words had ripped me apart, pinned me against the wall. I knew she was not only asking that question of herself, but of me. And the old woman's words were a reminder, an increasingly urgent one, to be about my own work. A compelling warning, lest I find myself one day in a dim room asking a near stranger that same question.
Objects may be closer than they appear. This is for my sister Kathy, who died in 2015. The last thing you said to me came in a dream. "Where have you been?" you asked. "When I lost you in Paris, we were both naive not to have made a plan. Now there are secrets I'm not in on, and sometimes you don't say a word. I see you, but you don't see me. We still argue over who looked away first. In the dream, you were first to reach the door. You opened, then closed it, saying, 'They aren't going to let us in.' How do you know?" I snapped. "How can you be so sure?" Now I don't know how to find what's been lost by looking through a rear view mirror. The door was never locked, and we both went inside, even though I never found you in Paris. I apologized in that dream, and now wait for the next one. Because death ends a life, but not a relationship. Because objects are closer than they